Good afternoon, everyone. North here. Today's Friday, November the 13th, 2020, and we're currently running a temperature of about 6 degrees or 42 for my American brothers and sisters. Okay, if any of you guys watched my video from yesterday, you will all know that I took delivery on a ham radio system, and excuse me. It didn't necessarily come with everything I was expecting it to come with. It came with the transceiver itself. It came with the microphone, handheld microphone, and it came with this power cord, which doesn't plug into the wall. It didn't come with a power adapter or anything like that. So after I was done the video, I got flipping through the instructions, and yep, I noticed, there in the instructions, there's instructions on how to install this into a vehicle. Okay, so this was meant for being installed into a vehicle. All right, my bad for not having done a little bit more research before I made the purchase, and well, lesson learned. All right, but fact of the matter is, I still wanted to power this thing up and use it, right? So I went out today. I went to a few different electronic stores and whatnot, looking for a power adapter I could just plug straight into the wall and plug it into this unit and power it up, and away we go. Hopefully, right? That was the hope. What I was hoping for, but like no dice, right? No dice at all on finding a power adapter of that kind that would fit the plug on this thing right here. So it's a little rectangular plug here just above my finger. I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not, but that's where the power source goes in. All right. So I couldn't find an adapter anywhere that would fit this. Alright, so I had to pull out the old thinking cap. It's like, alright, how can we do this? How can we power this thing up? Alright, let me think. If they want you to wire it into a car, I had to think. It's like, okay, well, it's going to run off a 12-volt system. Alright, well, that makes good enough sense. Like your if you buy a car stereo or something like that, it'll also run off a similar system, CB, anything like that. It'll run off 12 volt. I was just hoping to find a power adapter I could just plug into the unit, plug into the wall, and be done with. But again, yeah, I couldn't find that anywhere. So I thought, okay, this is made for a car. It stands to reason it should work if you could plug it into a 12-volt power source or like cigarette lighter inside your vehicle. Thought, okay. Thought, all right. Well, we could probably work that out. So what I did was I went out and I bought a 20-foot 12-volt extension cable. I got that. I got a couple of boxes of wire connectors, and what I did was I went ahead and I snipped the female end off of the extension cable. That extension cable I got was just made to extend, like your dashboard where the power supply is, out to wherever 20 feet away is. So I went ahead and I cut this off, but I cut it off good and long so I can possibly still use it in the future. Right? I didn't want to completely destroy it, so I left it long for possible future use. So, with my extension wire, chopped it off, got my connectors, and I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not, but I wired it I wired the power cords to the extension using these connectors here, and then it's just a male-female plug in there. So I did that, and now I've got a 20-foot power cable with a 12-volt male end that you can use in a 12-volt power supply from your automobile. Okay. I haven't tried it in the car yet. I just got finished putting this together, and you know, I'm just curious as to see if it's going to work or not. All right. And I thought, well, I don't want to use this in the car. I want to use it at home, right? Okay, so I went out the same place, and I got this is a 100 to 120 volt AC to 12 volt DC adapter. You can see there's a plug in it that you can you know, just plug into your wall at home, and I'm thinking, okay, that might just be the ticket. That might be the solution right there. So you know, I'm pretty friggin' curious about this. Let's plug all this in and see if either A, we can blow it up, or B, we can get some power to it and make this thing work. Now, in here in this power cord, there's a 6 amp fuse, which should trip if there's any problems. And in this male end of the 12 volt plug, there's a 5 amp fuse. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get the power cord plugged into the back side of this. Okay. Step A, complete. Alright. I'm just going to take this out of the way here. Okay, now let's get our 120 AC to 12 volt DC adapter. Let's get it plugged in. Alright. See what happens. Now if I fry this thing, I'm probably not going to air this, okay? I may anyways, who knows, we'll see. Alright, here's going to come some moments of truth. Okay. Alright, you can see there we've got a beeping light here that tells us we've got power to our massively long extension cord, and there should be power to this unit now. Now, I haven't even tried to turn this thing on yet, so let's see if I can figure out how to turn it on. It's your volume. I don't even see a power button on this thing. Okay, so that's not working. Let's start punching buttons here, see what's going on. I don't see anything happening here. That doesn't make me happy. check my connections. Those are all good and solid there. I'm pushing all the buttons and nothing's happening here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening here. Well, obviously I'm going to have to do a little bit more investigating. Because this isn't supplying power through this cord. I'm going to rip it apart and check the fuses, see what's going on with this. But in theory, what I've done here, now obviously in theory alone, what I've done is I've, made it not only so that I can use this at home, but I can unplug it and take it with me and plug this into any other DC power source that's out there, such as on like a solar generator, or in a vehicle, or whichever else. Or I can also take this with me. So what I'm going to eventually have to do is build a bag for it, so I can pack it and take it, like a camera bag or something like that. Once I figure out what's going on with this. I got a buddy upstairs. He's a heavy equipment mechanic, so I'm going to get him to test these wires for me, and see how my connections are. I am not a technician at all, so not a technician nor an electrician, but I do know how to check fuses. So we're going to have to go ahead and do that, and obviously there's going to be more videos to this. All right, so first attempt, not so successful. I'll dig into it a little bit more, and I'll have some more information for you guys as I get it. Okay, that's what I'm going to have for you guys for today. This is going to be North. Out for now.